up, horror fam? Tonight we got the return of Necro. He returned from his favorite graveyard to be with us tonight after such an awesome stream we had with Jerry Montano, dude. So no pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure, dude. And, hey, I'm telling you what, though, folks. Me and Necro, we've talked already today before we hopped on this stream together. Let me tell you something. We have what some folks would refer to as a doozy of a stream prepared for y'all tonight. I think that's putting it easy, Necro.
Yeah, this would be a lot of fun for me. I mean, it was something that in most remakes, you look at it and you go, oh my God, I'm getting reverb. Are you getting any reverb?
I'm not. I was, and then you fixed it. I think there was audio coming through the stream. You didn't have it muted or something.
Oh, that's weird. Like, I'm still hearing it a little bit.
Uh-oh. We're having technical difficulties already.
I know. Well, you know what it is? I put time into stuff, and
Necro broke it already. And while he's fixing, while he's on his little repair trek over there, I want to give a shout out.
Oh, I know what it is. It's all fixed.
Okay,
we're done. We're
great. well then, screw the fans. I was going to tell them hi, but now that Necro's ready, we can just
No, you can go ahead and tell them. I mean, they don't want to hear what I've been busy with, wasting my time on other stuff. Got a job.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, life is hard.
Yeah. Wasting my time on other things that you never know. We'll see.
That's right.
But, I'm excited for this one.
Hey man, well, it looks like we got Nate Blanche in here, Patty Heckman, Farron B coming in like a boss. Jonas in the Hizzles, John Heckman, J.K., Dragon Blues, oh my goodness. Chad Edmonds, oh my God, dude. We have like the ultimate list of wingmen right here for us.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Oh my God. Jonas says that he got a horrible haircut today. I think what that means is, Necro, Jonas has to send me that picture, and we will do a live reveal on stream of Jonas's new haircut. What's up, Bentley Triplet? What's up, brother?
Yeah, Jonas has got to send that in, and then you can post it up.
Yeah, Jonas. I'll tell you what. We get a $10 donation tonight. We'll show Jonas's haircut. Holy shit. Grassman, what's up, brother? Oh my God. Farron B sitting there drinking his vodka with raw eggs, ready to watch y'all talk horror, hoping that baby Oopsie Daisy gets brought up. That is an inside joke, but oh my God, it's a day I will never forget. Jonas, I'm telling you, if somebody swings $10 over here, I can't control it, man. It's like you have to do it at that point. I mean,
you got to do it just for the, contributing to, your bar tab and everything.
Yeah, dude. I don't make the rules, man. Necro said it. Leanne, how's it going tonight, baby? Welcome to the stream. And hey, let me tell you what, for all of you all out there are wondering, because I know right now you're watching the stream, you're sitting back, you're relaxed, you're ready to talk some horror. But you're also, this is a visual stream, and I can just feel the eyes on my chest right now, Necro. You ever have that problem? Yeah, see? Hey, it's okay, baby. I'm repping the official Talk Horror merch tonight. If y'all want to snag yourself up a t-shirt and be as cool and as sexy as me. Look at all these women hitting on me already, dude. All you got to do is click that link over there in the chat, and you can snag yourself a fancy schmancy Talk Horror t-shirt for like less than the price of getting a burger at somewhere like Five Guys, bro.
I mean, I should have worn my red one, but if I had, then Dragon Blue is what I thought that I was already drinking because it makes my face look red on camera. And she would have been like, you promised not till 8:30.
Well, dude, I'll tell you what, we get a donation of $20. James will hawk out of that bullshit Hawaiian shirt and go get the red Talk Horror shirt and light it up like the Kool-Aid man. I don't make the rules here, people. All right, man. I'm going to blast right into it, dude. I have my first pick right here. Can you guess what it is?
Young Frankenstein. You really like that one?
Shit, get out of here. Oh my God, dude. Anybody? I want to see the chat light up right now with predictions immediately. I want to see fire coming off of those fingers. So everybody who knows me knows this has to be on the top of the list. It is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from 2003. Absolutely.
Wait, I kind of thought you were gonna go for like The Exorcist that hasn't been released yet.
Bullshit.
Remake that you're so excited about.
Necro's trying to hijack the stream right now. He is going to make me.
Or like the Children of the Corn remake.
Oh my God! Nate Blanche coming through, baby. God, son. Look at that.
First dollar in.
Yeah, first dollar in for Jonas to have to show off that haircut. We have multiple goals tonight, baby. No, dude, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake has to be on this list because let me tell you something. The original Texas Chainsaw is a classic. There's no denying that. Patty Big Paw donated 20. Jonas, haircut, baby. Jonas, where's that haircut at? And James, that puts us... That puts
$4.
us, what does that put us? $10 closer to you having to hulk out of that shirt, man.
Like in front of the camera with my
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Chad Edmonds in for $1. I can't. Oh my God.
Oh my God, you
hey,
guys.
the
Jeez.
Countdown has begun.
Knock it off.
The countdown has begun, dude. That Talk Horror shirt, you better holler at your little production assistants.
Man.
And be like, get that shit ready.
They better show up, man. I'm like trying to text them and say, hey, you better get that shirt ready.
Dude, that is a total Chad maneuver. Big Pond Patty coming through like total and $5! Oh, shit!
All right,
it's happening, folks. It's happening. Where does that put us, man? Chad Edmonds, baby, coming through. Fair and B. Which remake is worse, Pet Sematary or Halloween 2? Oh my God, dude. That's a tall glass of water right there to have to. Oh my goodness. Okay, Jonas haircut. I mean, we've kind of interrupted the stream here with so much going on. We have like $4 more, I think, for Necro to do his duty. But Jonas, where's that haircut at, brother? Where is that haircut at, man? We got to play by the rules here, dude. Oh, man. Nate Blanche, what color should I have my LED lights on? I'm going with TalkHorror Red. Oh, my God. Yes, and you get more movies tonight. I have to include another remake off of my best remakes list. You guys are making me stay on here way too... Oh, my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, so Fair and B, I'll go ahead and answer that for you. Which is worse, the Pet Sematary remake or the Halloween 2 remake? Jesus God, that is really rough. Yeah, Fair and B says, if it hadn't been for the White Horse and the idiot young Michael H2 would be... Damn, look at it! We got the Talk Horror merch rapping tonight, son. Look at that. Dude, I'm telling you what, man, that is a Chad maneuver. Now all the chicks are going to hit on you.
Oh, yeah.
This is insane.
Man. Too old and gray.
Dude, no way. I love the way that red just pops, too.
Dude, you don't even notice that I pounded a beer before coming up.
Dude, I don't. Oh my God, man! I swear, I thought that was Bruce Willis returning to the stream, man. Yeah.
The biceps.
Damn, Fair B calling you out for the fucking biceps, dude.
Man, I've lost like 10 pounds in the last week too.
we got Bolo Young over here, man. Okay, so
thank you guys.
Fair and B wants to know, his question was on that sweet, shiggity schwooty $5 tipperooski he sent in. Yeah. Which is worse, the Pet Sematary remake or the Halloween 2 remake by Rob Zombie?
We went through this with the Halloween 2 thing where I took the side of the Rob Zombie one. But yeah. I told you when I saw the Pet Sematary remake, I liked it because it had a happy ending.
Yeah, you dick. Dude, Fair, I'm telling you, man, if I had to pick one right now, I would probably say the Pet Sematary remake is worse because I actually like the cinematography in Halloween 2. But the Pet Sematary remake, dude, I'm watching this horrible ass movie. And then all of a sudden, not only did that movie get remade, but Pet Sematary by the Ramones was covered by an all-female group at the end, and it was just like the shit cherry on top of the shit cake, my friend. Like, so, Pet Sematary remake worse.
Yeah.
Oh my
actually,
God.
like, knew that he hated it, so I kept trying to think of things, like, to say to him to make him just realize, like, oh, this movie's just so good.
Yeah.
And just laying it on. Oh, it's a happy ending. Oh.
Yeah, my ass, dude. Leanna's calling us out. She's like, stay tuned for the upcoming Men of Talk Horror calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 10 of the months, the models aren't actually alive, so that could... Jerry Montano from last night's badass live stream in here. Jerry, we're about to do a reveal on stream because we hit a goal to show off Jonas's new terrible haircut he received. Let's see what we got here, man.
Oh,
dude, there's no fucking Jonas, brother. There's no way. Jonas, there's dog. What? I feel like I need to see the front of your head just for me after this, but dog, you looking like Will from Stranger Things in like season 4, bro. All right, man, here we go. Check that out, folks. That is his head, bro. Dude, what the fuck did you do? That's like some house party shit, man. Like, that's like...
You know what it is? He's traumatized from coming and visiting us, and he wants to go back. He's just like, I miss them so much.
He's like, I miss them so much, but when I come home, all these chicks are all over me. I gotta make them hate me subconsciously.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, Fair B says he got a haircut like Beaker the Muppet, dude.
We should totally make it's like, Jonas, you gotta hop onto a mic right now. That way you can, like, do that impersonation.
Oh my God, Jonas, where are you at, dude? I feel like you need to video call me at the end of this. I'll tell you what. We're out of goals. James has his Talk Horror shirt on. Jonas sent the picture, man. I swear to God, dude. 10 more bucks, Jonas. You got to call me at the end of the stream for like a 5-minute chat just to show off that haircut, bro. Like FaceTime style, man.
Yeah, and brush up on your Beaker impersonation, man.
Is he the one that's like, me? Oh, dude, you got busted, bro. Hey, Fair B, thanks for coming in, man. He sending his condolences to Jonas. Oh, my God. Dude, hey, first pick, best horror remake, though, I'm going to Texas Chainsaw Massacre because...
Jessica Biel,
Erica Learson, Lauren German, Mike Vogel, Jonathan Tucker, Eric Balfour, Arlie Ermy. Dude, let me tell you something, man. When this movie came out, you know, it was in the early stages. Oh my God, Jonas is saying 30 more bucks and he'll send an embarrassing prank photo of him passed out drunk.
Nice.
Oh my God, Jonas, he is like the stud. He gets January in the Men of Talk Horror calendar after this, dude. Like,
I was gonna say, like, originally it was gonna be like, let's get Necro to do stuff, but I like the idea of Jonas doing stuff.
Yeah, this is good, man.
We'll be standing outside of haunted houses. Okay, Jonas, go in.
Dude, I you know what, man? This stream could just really devolve into Jonas doing stuff or James possibly doing push-ups on stream. You never know. Could be like Dazed and Confused all over again, but there's Chad $1. Uh-oh. $29 more and Jonas is screwed, bro. Chad, what a total stud, man. Just coming in like that, just dropping bucks like it's nothing. So, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, though, man, because the remake, it came in the early days, when there was, like, that huge remake phase. Like, I feel like the TCM remake was the first one.
Yeah, when that was the Michael Bay phase.
Yeah, when it really started to springboard, man, and... Dude, I thought the remake was gritty. It had it took the main character of the original and gave him an entirely new story. So it's not like one of those remakes where you go in and and it's a shot for shot thing and you know what's going to happen. Like, this was its own thing, just with Leatherface. And the beginning where you have the cop walking through with the crime scene footage, I thought was incredible. And then, of course, you get the follow-up at the end. You know, it turns out you didn't watch all of that crime scene footage. Jessica Biel, great cast, man. Absolute great cast. Andrew Briniarski as Leatherface was an absolute beast. Like, that is the Leatherface I would be afraid of. Don't let that son of a bitch touch me.
We were ragging on the 90s pretty bad because of my good buddy Kevin Williamson. So was this, though, the start in the early 2000s of where they transitioned back to intensity? Because this movie felt like so, jarring in regards to the lack of intensity from 90s movies. Of where, oh my gosh, there's no comedy, there's no guy in the background giving us a bunch of rules about, well, if you're in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, it's just...
No, man, I would agree with that. I think, it brought brutality back to horror. I think horror was definitely in a downswing there. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake really refueled it, no pun intended. I mean, man, we saw, I think it was 1998, the Psycho remake came out, and that was totally phoned in. It was the original Psycho with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shot for shot kind of deal, man. And the Texas Chainsaw remake, people had an idea of what that movie would look like. People were bitching. They were like, dude, this is a cast, filled out of the WB actors. And, it's going to be pretty princess all the way. Dude, this movie's so gritty and violent and just all over the place. I mean, Grassman Nightmare right there says that a chick hid a gun in her prison pocket and shot herself, 10 minutes into the movie.
Yep.
It was, man, that movie just left me in awe. One of the best remakes in my book, man.
It was great. You ready to hear just one of mine? I wouldn't say that it's a number one tops of remakes, but when I saw it, it was different enough, even with the same plot line, that I was happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Dawn of the Dead.
Ooh, okay.
I enjoyed it for its intensity. I love the original Dawn of the Dead, European cut, by the way, everybody. Mm-hmm. Is my favorite Dead movie. It's awesome. But Dawn of the Dead took the fast zombies of 28 Days Later and way modernized this movie, and it drove up the intensity level. Like it felt almost like a combination of Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, of where it's like it just feels so intense all the time. And you got some of the mall stuff, but it just, I don't know. For me, it just was a little bit more modern, and the intensity was good. It was a good remake. And growing up, I didn't like remakes at all. Like I look back on them now and go, wow, I'm really surprised about that. This got remade and this got remade. But the difference is, you start to realize as you get older that some of the people growing up now never saw the original. This is all they're going to get to see.
Yeah. So
if this is the movie that they associate with Dawn of the Dead, I think it's a great choice for them. Good for them. They should go back and watch the original, but it was a good remake.
Totally agreed, man. There's nothing wrong with the original. I take that back. One of my complaints is it's a little bit dated. I did not like the blue style of zombies. That it's just always bothered me. I know some people dig it. Whatever. But yes, the Dawn of the Dead remake would absolutely make my list. As a matter of fact, it was one of my backups.
Oh, nice.
I mean, yeah, man, you had Ving Rhames in there just whipping ass like it's nothing. It was very violent, very fast-paced. Oh, my God. That is like...
Yeah.
Out of all the zombie apocalypses, I don't know if every other horror fan out there is like me, but it's like you fantasize about being in a zombie apocalypse, but that apocalypse looks like Night of the Living Dead. It's like, oh man, that'd be sweet. They're slow zombies and, I can just survive with my bros. Dude, Dawn of the Dead, you would be screwed.
Yeah, the biggest thing I think I had a problem with was watching that and seeing that they had 2 buses and knowing that one group of the buses was not going to make it out. But then they even pile on at the end. If you keep watching through the credits, they show you a camera scene where they get to an island, they got to a boat, they thought, oh, this is all going to be great. And then they have to run off the island, too. There is, no hope in this movie.
Dude, yeah, they, get to the island, and there's, a boat adrift or a cooler or something. They open it up, and there's zombies in it. But, yeah, they get to the island, and all hell's broken loose, and Down with the Sickness by Disturbed kicks in. It's like...
Yeah.
That movie is just so wicked, so intense, so fast-paced. And it does have moments of comedic relief, but it doesn't go overboard with them. It definitely never loses that edge that it has.
No, for sure. Oh, and J.K., I see that was actually the Night of the Living Dead with Tony Todd. It was on my list. I was saving it, but it was really because I liked it because it was with Tony Todd, because he was great.
The Night of the Living Dead remake was good. I remember wearing that thing out. I'd just watch it back to back and everything, but man, I totally agree with that, dude. So good pick there. Dawn of the Dead all the way.
What's your next one?
Oh my God. Okay, so
you only got 9 minutes before I get my beer.
Oh my God, let's hurry up. So next we have next, man, I'm going with The Fly remake.
Yeah.
Does that screw you? Was it on your list?
I think it's on everybody's list. I mean, I looked up a list of 20 best remakes of all time, not even talking about horror, a lot of Westerns, and The Fly was on there too. I mean, it's I've never seen the original Fly, so I kept it off my list if I haven't seen it, the original.
Yeah.
But yeah, great movie.
Yeah, the original is what it is. It's its own thing. It has Vincent Price. It's a little hokier or whatever, but man, the remake is a thing of beauty. The practical effects is absolutely incredible. Jeff Goldblum puts in an amazing performance, as does Gina Davis, and man, you really end up feeling bad for literally everyone involved.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can tell he's in love with this girl, and even when one of the creepiest things to me, but look, him going full Fly and getting all gross, the thing that really stuck with me and creeped me out was those fly hairs on his back.
Oh my God, yeah, where she he got scratched and they were just little prickly ass hairs, man.
Yeah. That was so gross.
Oh man, and then his fingernails coming off and that white goo coming out of his mouth, that he would vomit on things so he could eat them, digest them. But JP says he didn't feel bad when they ate the ex-boyfriend. I don't even know, man. I kind of feel bad for him. He was a sleazeball. He was an asshole. Absolutely. Total sleazeball. But you even kind of feel bad for him by the end of it, because he shows up to help Gina Davis. And did he show up to help her, or was he just trying to get laid? That's true. Because, that's one and the same.
It's one of those things where it's the dude was a douchebag. He deserved to die.
He does. He totally does. He totally does, man. He broke into her apartment and took a sexy, sensual shower, and he totally does deserve to die. But I mean, dude, oh my God, he got what was it? He got puked on his leg and it just melted or whatever. Remember that? Or his hand? Oh my God, I clearly need to watch it again soon. But absolutely, man, the Fly remake has to be on the list.
I think you're gonna catch just a vibe with some of mine with the remakes, because I really enjoyed the latest Evil Dead remake. Now, I could say Evil Dead 2 because Evil
what?
Dead 2 is a remake.
So is this
of
on
the
your
original.
list?
But Evil Dead, the new one, is on my list.
Oh, you dick.
That's probably on your list too.
It's on my list too, man.
Because like with my list, I'm trying to go with intensity. I mean, it's like, look, like you mentioned the blue zombies from Dawn of the Dead. I'm thinking, you know, give me something new. I mean, they added something up there. They bring the final girl up there, and you think, oh, maybe the guy's going to be the guy, you know, just like Ash. And it's like, nope. They're trying to save her from a drug addiction, and everybody basically wears it so she can live. And yeah, the despair. I mean, that's the only thing, like, too, like with demon movies, these are your friends.
Yeah.
You've trusted your whole life, and they're taken over by demons. It's just like, it's like having a best friend that all of a sudden changes, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? You went full demon on me? Fuck.
Yeah, man. Yes, it absolutely made my list, so I'm going to have to employ one of my backups here. But yeah, and Jerry Montano totally called it out in chat. He's like, Evil Dead has to be on one of your lists. And yes, for sure it's on mine, man. That movie is so intense. It is a return to form, in my opinion, because the original Evil Dead was scary and brutal, and then they went comedic. So the Evil Dead remake, I'm so glad they made it as brutal as they did. And yeah, man, I totally agree with you, man. It's your friends.
went full married.
Yeah, man. But I agree with you, dude. It's like you're with your friends or even your girlfriend, if we're talking about the original, but, you know, in the remake, he's with his sister and his girlfriend and childhood friends, and he has to handle business, essentially. I mean, and it gets violent, and it gets violent quick, and also you have to throw on top of it, man, a girl going through drug detox.
For sure.
And all the levels of friendship there. You know, the school teacher dude felt betrayed by David because, you know, they hadn't heard from him in a while, and he has this new chick, and the sister feels emotionally betrayed because she had to take care of their mother while she was sick and dying, and she felt like she was the only one who showed up. So, and man, demons just, they latch on to stuff like that and totally use it against you.
Yeah,
so
it's awful.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, at one point, you know, when Mia's talking to David and she's just like, do you hate me, David? And it's the demon. You're like, oh my God, dude.
You hate me.
Dude, it's like, oh my God. And then there's one part where...
That's the creepy thing about... That's the creepy thing about demons is it's just like they're using the emotions of the, and the memories in there to just rip out, like without even touching the person, is rip into the soul.
And I don't know about you, dude, but when you know you're totally screwed is when Mia's in the basement and David is up at the cellar door about to close that shit, and she's just like, come down here and let me suck your dick there, pretty boy. It's like, oh my God, I've lost my sister. That is it? Hey, Michelle Grauman, Vanderhoff, Michael Richardson, welcome to the stream, my friends. Oh my God, Jerry Montano is totally going to spoil my entire list for everybody. Dang it. Michael Richardson says, though, his favorite horror remakes so far have been Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Evil Dead. Dude, I will give you Friday the 13th and Evil Dead for sure. Dude, you have 1 minute to get your beer. Do you want to go over your...
I'm gonna wait till you're mid-sentence and then crack it.
I knew it, man. I knew it. Okay, so I gotta go next. I see how this is going. DOD, welcome to the stream, baby. You got the old Daughter of Death making a comeback. They had prior plans with friends, so I was worried they wouldn't make it, but here they are to support Big Bo Daddy and all of his endeavors. Let me tell y'all where we're at. So we've already hit a few goals tonight. We showed off Jonas's embarrassing ass haircut. James had to go put on a TalkHorror shirt, but now we're working on our third goal. If we hit $30, Jonas is going to send me a very personal photo of him drunk. And I'm going to reveal that on stream. He swears it's embarrassing as hell. We're going to have to take it. We'll see. I've never seen it. So if we hit that goal, We'll all find out together just how embarrassing this photo is, Jonas. You better not let us down. Oh my God, there he is, cracking beers. Oh my God, dude, he's like the Macho Man Randy Savage, just snapping into him, baby.
It's so good. It's so good when it hits your lips. It's so good.
And speaking, yeah. Yeah, I bet. And speaking of Jonas, man, my next pick, he totally spoiled. I'm going to have to beat him and throw him back in the basement, man, because I'm going with the Crazies remake. It is,
there you go.
You know, man, it's just one of those remakes. Not only is it a good movie in and of itself, which some of these, you know, the originals are great too, but this one is so good, and also the original needed a remake, because I am not a fan of George Romero's The Crazies. Not the original one. I love the remake. I love the relationship between the husband and wife. I love the relationship between our lead character and his best friend. I mean, these guys are total redneck besties from a small town. It's so relatable. You know, as their town is under siege by the Trixie virus. Yeah, the Trixie virus, man, has got them on lockdown. As their town's under siege, man, these two deputies have to figure out what the hell is up, man, and eventually the best friend ends up getting sick. Yes, Dragon Blues, 1, 2, 3. The number of times I saved your life. Man, dude, the best friend is totally just deteriorating. He's falling apart. You can see it. His skin is getting, you know, lighter. It's getting pale. He's sweating. He's acting irrationally. But he's there for his best friend no matter what. No matter, even until until the last second he's alive, man. He's there for his best friend. And it's just, I love that remake, man. I think the original definitely needed one, and this is by far the superior film.
Anytime you can build like a relationship into a movie, it's just that level of intensity. It just goes up, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I wrote a script for somebody one time and told him, you know, because he wanted everybody to be like totally happy and nice at the beginning to each other. And I'm like, well, when you have dynamics of, you know, best friends and things, you know, not working out right at the beginning, or relationships, a boyfriend, girlfriend and everything, but then like through this strain of intensity, they reconnect. And then all of a sudden, then one of them dies at the end. You're just like, oh my God, they went through all that. And then they're dead. It's just like,
dude, and it sucks. It sucks because in the Crazies, the two friends get to a point where it's like, oh my God, we're going to have to do something. And he has to knock his friend on his ass. You know, he hits him and he's just laying there, man. And he's looking up at the sun and he knows, like, that's when it hits him. He's like, oh my God, I am getting sick, aren't I? And then he just asks him about that huge catfish they caught last year. And I'm just sitting there with my head in my hands like, oh my God, please no, let him live. Like, you know, it's like, it's that friend we all wish we had. Absolutely, man. And it's the friend that we all wish we could be to somebody. But, you know, man, and it's filled with great quotes and... yeah, man. Great movie. If you haven't checked out the Crazies remake, I feel like it's really one that flew under the radar. Like, it is just a forgotten movie. You never hear anyone talking about it. I feel like people really need to check that one out, dude.
So, next.
Oh my God, here we go. After he's had his first beer, he's ready. Look at him rushing in. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm refreshed.
I thought I was going to stay with my old movie going intense, new movie great.
Yeah.
I think I'll just stay with that, because I think this will aggravate people just a little bit. So we'll get some conversations on it. I enjoyed the It remake more than the original. I love Tim Curry, but every time I see Tim Curry in that suit and compared to what we got in the new It, it looks like some after school special with like, hey, don't talk to the clown molester that's in the thing. It just, I don't know.
But see, that's the problem I have with the remake. Is like, no, I mean, no, it's not like some after school special. I feel like Pennywise in the remake is obviously evil, whereas when the original came out, he was just a clown. Like, he might very well fool a child into coming up to him, you know, because Tim Curry hadn't ruined clowns for children just yet. Like,
I was just like, hey, well, it's Tim Curry. What? I would want to go hang out with Tim Curry.
Oh, no shit. I don't even smoke cigarettes, and I'd go smoke cigarettes behind the scenes with Tim Curry all night long.
Yeah.
I know we've all seen that picture of Tim Curry in the Pennywise outfit just smoking his ass off. It's like... But I could see that, man. I could see that because the original It had its problems. And, you know, the It Chapter 1 I thought was, you know, it was good. It was good. So I can't come on here. It's not like you said, my favorite remake is the Prom Night remake. I'd be like, wait, what? Like, what? Those beers are taking effect. We're going to have to haul him out of here like Randy Marsh or whatever, like...
This was America.
Yeah, you start naming Prom Night, dude, then that's a warning sign. Like,
well, luckily we're not in the same bar like we were a few weeks ago when I'm calling out the guy who dared cheered against my team.
Oh my god, I don't think the chat's ready for that, man. I took Necro to a sports bar because his team was in the playoffs, and I watched chaos ensue for 8 hours. Like, there's a guy who dared cheer for the other team in that bar, and Necro was like the Terminator with like that red vision. He just looked at him. And Zero...
Who is that?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even ask us. Like, you might be like, hey, who was that? Fuck no, he yelled. He's like, who is that? And then you just see that guy who was just sitting over like this, just wait. You know? Thought he was going to get his ass beat, man.
He immediately said he wasn't cheering for that team, too.
Yeah.
He's like, I wasn't cheering for that team.
I wasn't cheering for them, man. I like the quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm only here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shut up.
He's like, I'm only here for one of the 65 players, bro. That's it. I hate the 64 other.
Yeah. Hey, Grass man, I'm a Niners fan, so I go to a West Virginia bar where there should be no Niner fans and no Seattle fans, and I like the quarterback. It was Geno Smith though, so I gave up. I said that's okay. You can cheer for Geno Smith.
Yeah, he was one of our quarterbacks at WVU, so of course, West Virginians are fiercely loyal. Oh my God. Yeah, I like the quarterback. Yeah.
I like the quarterback.
Yeah, but there was some dude, and this is probably good that neither of us knew this, but Anna picked up on it. Some dude apparently did walk by and talk shit. And we had no clue, but it's good because I don't like that. Like, there's fun in cheering for your team and having a little bit of heckling like you did with that guy. Like, that's bromance level stuff. But going by and actually
yeah, we could have been best friends.
Yeah.
Not this other guy though.
This
I heard about afterwards.
Yeah, he was a total dick, man. He just walked by and was like, God, I hope the 49ers fucking lose. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing he did, man. Like, it wouldn't have been good. James was knee deep in Jameson.
Yeah, I would have grabbed somebody else's beer bottle and broke it and go.
He'd have been like Seth Gecko. He's like, I'm gonna sit here and finish this bottle, and then I'm gonna go break it over his melon fucking head. It's like, oh my God. DOD demands it, James. We got to start a TalkHorror OnlyFans after this.
Cool by me, man. Because as long as you don't mind that I, start slurring my words, I ain't gonna go. Well, leave the beaker talk to Jonas, but
Yeah, Necro will get all drunk and slutty for us, so it kind of works out.
I do need a new Friday hobby. This could be it.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's how fun he was. After the chaos ensued with the fans, Necro proceeded to go up and buy all the bartenders drinks and just took shots with them.
friends.
Yeah, they're your friends. I miss those days, man.
I guarantee if you go back into that bar, they will remember me.
Yeah, I guarantee it. They loved him. Yeah, Chad is saying as I'm sitting here in a Lions Just One Before I Die t-shirt.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, though? They closed out the season strong. They kept the Packers out. That was awesome.
But hey, man, let me tell you what, Chad. If you want to replace that mediocre t-shirt with a kick-ass t-shirt, we have the link pinned at the top of the chat, man. Get yourself some official Talk Horror apparel, and then you can look as snazzy as us and get rowdy in sports bars and get drunk with all the female bartenders, and they'll love you forever. But, but dude, it's time for my next pick. I'm telling you what. Now, anybody in here, I don't think I've seen this one guessed yet. I've even seen people guess ones off of my backup list, but I haven't seen anyone throw this around, I don't think. I'm going with the Friday the 13th remake from 2009.
Leading that off my list. Thanks, man.
Oh, you had it on your list too?
Oh, dude, it's freaking spectacular. And what sucks is, too, you recommended that movie to me, and I put off watching it for so long. I'm like, I got suckered in with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. There was other remakes. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I can't do the remake thing anymore. They suck. And they're like, dude, watch it. So I watched it, and I was like, wow, why have I not seen this?
Dude, the remake to me, I saw it 3 times in theaters, twice opening day. And I wish I could have seen it 3 more times in theaters.
And I'm sure you saw the killer cut.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the killer cut back here, man. And it was actually, the killer cut was the first Blu-ray I ever purchased.
I have it on Blu-ray too.
Yes! Dude, it is the Friday 13th remake. Once again, same director who directed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. But once again, man, it takes the character that you love and puts him in a totally new story. And not only that, but it gave us everything we love about Jason. You get, well, first of all, it starts off with Pamela Voorhees. You get a little bit of her, so that backstory's there. Then you get Tater Sack Jason, which I know Dragon Blues loves.
Tater Sack Jason was awesome.
Yes, and he's got the bow and arrow. He can run again. And then, of course, you get Hockey Mask Jason. But, dude, it was the epitome of a Friday the 13th movie while being its own thing, its own story.
And for those of you who don't agree with the bow and arrow thing being a cool thing, it is a camping thing to shoot bow and arrows. So,
yes.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yes. And if you notice, I think it's in the beginning when Whitney and her boyfriend are investigating the cabin, before they get attacked. You even see like a trophy for his bowmanship.
Nice.
On one of the beds. So that, it foreshadows what's coming with old Jason being so good with a bow. But man, you get lots of kills. It is a total body count horror movie. That beginning, the first 20 minutes before we even get a title sequence is amazing. I thought we were going to spend the movie with all of those people going camping. Nope, they're dead. Perfect. And then just the brutality of Jason, the body count, the story was good, and you get all the boobies. Like it ticked every slasher checklist ever, man. It did. Oh my God, he's getting another beer. Friday the 13th inspired another beer. We're celebrating. We both had it on our list.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
So in the spirit of boobies, I'm skipping over one of my picks just to tell you that the other remake I enjoyed was the Fright Night remake.
Oh my God. I've only seen it once, so you're kind of on your own.
I'll help you out. I totally, Grassman, I totally want shots. I did not like McLovin in the movie, but the thing that I did like about it was I liked the desolation of the town. The Vegas thing is that you're in this town because, you know, growing up, you know, living through economic downturns in these houses that are suddenly vacant, like every 3 or 4 houses are vacant, and you have a situation where people are getting killed off in the town. Totally different atmosphere than the original Fright Night. The original Fright Night is better, but if you watch that, looking at some of the things that were happening during the 2008 downturn, all of these economic problems of these towns that were built up, and then all of a sudden you have just people disappearing, you know, from that. That was great. But the sexuality part is in both movies. You got a little bit more romantic stuff from the original Fright Night, but this one, straight up conflict with Colin Farrell talking to Brewster and telling him, dude, that girl is ripe. Just kind of just egging him on, you know, just like, he's like, I notice how hot your girlfriend is. And it's just like, you dick. I mean, and especially at that point too, he's already onto him that he's a vampire and very conscious of like what's going on. And Colin Farrell is claiming that he's there for beers. And he pulls the whole trick of like handing the beers to him, but not all the way through the door, and then pulls it back a little, and he, you know, Colin Farrell can't reach in. I just dug that part of it. Was it's basically like a male dominance movie. It's like, no, man, she's mine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll watch it again for you. I seen it when it first came out, and I just remember like it was very, in my opinion, underwhelming.
Yeah.
At that time, you know, which, you know, but you know, I can check it out again and you know, make sure. But
well, that and I liked the girl who was in it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who was in it? I remember Colin Farrell, McLovin. Who was the girl?
Shoot, man, I'll look it up for you real quick. I'll get.
And while you're doing that,
let's look it up, man. I'm drinking my beer now.
What are you doing? What are you doing here?
There's some work here.
Yeah,
you're not buying T-shirts and you're not contributing to Jonas's, you know, pictures and stuff.
Yeah, we need Jonas's drunk picture. I wonder if he's like sent it to me in advance and I get a little sneak peek. No, he hasn't. He's holding out, man, until we hit that goal. Okay. And I did see
Chad's a little drunk. Good for you, man.
Yeah, Chad needs to get a lot drunk. But I believe it was Nate Blanche asked earlier if we have child-sized T-shirts, and yes, we do. In the old Talk Horror merch shop, baby. Link right there at the top of the chat box. You click on that bad boy, and you will look as good as us.
Yeah, Daughter of Death. I was thinking just the same thing. She just totally read my mind. I need that hoodie. It's like 40 degrees outside, but that's, you know, it's warm compared to up north.
Yeah, no
it's like
doubt.
0. Yeah, somebody was telling me it's 0.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, dude, let me tell you something. It's my pick, and we have exhausted my 5 because you stole some of my picks.
You said we were going to do 7.
Well, I said we get 2 each extra. Just in case.
Yeah,
JP donated $15, baby. Oh my God, $14, and we get to see this exclusive picture of Jonas all drunk and passed out in our basement, or I mean, somewhere in his house. Yeah, Jonas, what do you think about that, man? Look at him. He's like, oh my God, this could happen. We're within striking distance, people. We need to see this picture. Yeah, JP is a total badass. Oh my God. Well, okay, dude. So I have to pick from one of my reserves here, and I'm going to go with the Hills Have Eyes remake.
Great pick.
The Hills Have Eyes remake is, I mean, it's the same basic story. A family going on vacation, they take a shortcut through the desert, they get stopped somehow, and hill dwellers come out of those hills and attack the family. And the remake, I will say the original, it could have used an update by this point. So, fair remake. But holy shit, man. Oh, Chad Edmonds with $2. Oh my God, I'm going to have to update
Get ready, Jonas.
Get ready, Jonas. It's happening, dude. You are in trouble, my friend. So what's that making? We need 12 more bucks to hit this goal. Yes, JK, totally agreed. Director Alexander Aja was absolutely brutal in this movie. So this family on vacation gets stopped and absolutely nothing is held back. I have even told Anna, because Anna, my girlfriend, I have to be careful with what horror I show her, and I've exposed her to some stuff that she wouldn't watch on her own, for sure. But one of the movies I just told her, no, I cannot show you this, is the Hills Have Eyes remake. It gets brutal, man. These hill dwellers slaughter practically the whole family. And, you know,
Great.
Yes, there's some assault in there. We'll say rhymes with grape. Yeah, it's brutal. It is a dark movie, but it is a great movie, and the character arc is crazy. Watching the two teenagers try to survive is, yeah. Daughter of Death, yes, I'd say Martyrs is too brutal for Anna. That's why I haven't showed that to her. And yeah, JP's sharing his broken down in the desert story again. JK, that's actually one of my backups, one you just named. But yeah, dude, so there's one of my backups. I think, James, I stole one of yours. I stole Friday the 13th, so you owe us one too, and $12 until we hit that goal with Jonas, folks. I need this drunky picture.
Yes, some of like my favorite remakes, like the remakes of a horror movie, but it's like, were they really scary? Like, I'm going to throw this one out there and we'll just skip over it. I mean, unless you guys want to talk about it. But
Okay.
The Mummy. I really like The Mummy.
With Brendan Fraser?
Yeah. Special effects, adventure, romance. Really, honestly, though, it's probably only scaring little kids. You know? But, so it's a remake of a horror movie. And I like it better than, you know, the original. But it's not a horror movie. I mean, it's an adventure movie.
Oh, dude. Yeah, well, it's still a horror movie. I mean, yeah, it's an adventure movie too, but I would still consider it horror, and totally agreed, man. It is a fun movie. I don't know if it counts as technically as a remake or whatever, but it does go by the title of The Mummy, so why not? We'll include it on the list, and you know what? It works. I thought Brendan Fraser was fun. I thought it was, you know, it was like Indiana Jones meets The Mummy or something like that. So,
I muted myself because my oldest was playing piano behind me, and I'm like, dude, you know we're doing this right now. I'm like, you want to come on camera and say hi to everybody? He's like, no, I wasn't playing. I swear.
it wasn't me. Well, dude, maybe you just thought we needed a theme song.
Yeah, no crap, man. It was funny. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. And
yeah, it was like Indiana Jones meets The Mummy or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an adventure horror movie. Chad Edmonds is like, no, take that shit out of here. He's calling you out, Necro.
That's why I said it. It's like, you know, it's like some of these things, and somebody mentioned the Bram Stoker's thing. I had it on my list just simply to mention, like, exactly, that Keanu was a horror for that movie.
Oh my God. Yes, Farron, welcome back, brother. Farron is saying The Blob, all-time most underrated horror remake. Love that movie. We got old Shawnee Smith and Kevin Dillon in that one. I love that movie too, man. That is a fun-ass movie. And it's Oh, go ahead.
Go. No, go. You go.
And I was going to say,
I do have one more for everybody that is
a definite horror.
The best horror remake of all time.
Well, I want to know too. First of all the ladies in the chat, I got to know if you do this too, and I got to make sure I got to confirm this with the gentleman in the chat as well, and my co-host here. Is it just me? So in the Blob, you know, Kevin Dillon's this asshole, whatever. He runs into Shawnee Smith's character, and she's like, oh, the sweet girl, the princess, whatever. She wears dresses. He rides motorcycles and wears leather jackets, and he drinks alcohol. Whatever. But, man, it's also fun because it's one of those movies where you're like, oh, my God. Like, you're hoping the whole time he gets the girl, and it just turns into a romance, and you just secretly, like, it gives you the giddies. You're like, oh, my God, that could be me. Like, like, does that do that for you too, Necro? You're like, oh man, I wish that was me in that position.
Well, I mean, so that's actually one of the reasons why I didn't want to mention Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's like a romance.
Yeah.
Stop.
But I'm saying, man, I gotta know. Girls too, like, do you watch movies and you're like, oh man, like I'm really pulling for these two. I want them to, that could be me. Like, that's
actually for me. That's why I don't want, you know, like when I watch a horror movie, I want that shit to die.
Oh, what? I'm calling bullshit. There is no way you watch Bram Stoker's Dracula and you see Monica Bellucci naked in that thing. You're like, oh my God, please let me be Keanu. She can bite me, turn me into a vampire, whatever she needs to do.
Totally different. So I don't know why Keanu left. That doesn't make any sense to me as to why he left.
He left her for Winona Ryder, for God's sake.
I know.
Like, she had standards so fucking low. She dated a guy with scissors for hands, for God's sake.
No, man. It just blows my mind. That there's so many things wrong with that movie. Like, oh yeah.
Oh my God, Leanne Richter, number one. Props to you, my friend, for mentioning Otis. I've been meaning to show my girlfriend that movie because it is hilarious, and I love Daniel Stern. But number two, this raises some alarming questions about you, my friend. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Farron B, can anyone in here watch The Lost Boys and not wish they lived in Santa Monica and had a dirt Farron? I have had that dream, my friend. Like, I think the Lost Boys may have attributed the one reason I own a dirt bike. Like, every time I'm out on that son of a bitch on a dirt road, I'm just picturing I have Marco by my side just hauling ass, dude.
It is in Santa Monica, but it is a Northern California town.
It's Santa Carla. It's in the movie. It's Santa Carla, the murder capital of the world. In the movie, it's Santa Carla,
but that's actually a real place. But it's called something else in real life.
It's supposed to be like Santa Clarita. Who knows? But
I mean, Santa Cruz.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean that was a great movie. I showed that to some people a few weeks ago that hadn't seen that. I was like, yeah. I'm like, how have you not seen this?
And Farron over there, lost in the shadows. Yeah, man. Oh my God, Farron, get in your car. Come see me right now. We're going to go live that vampire life under a bridge or something somewhere. All right, man.
Dragon Blues, casting Keanu and Winona Ryder. She actually considers that she's actually married to Keanu because it was a real priest who married them. So there you go for some more Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Shit.
Yeah. Yep. She actually was. Yeah.
Wait, what is this? What Dragon Blues says that you and her have been to a concert on the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, dude.
I might have been.
I ought to beat you to death.
But I don't remember
I'm so jealous of you. I ought to beat you to death for living one of my dreams and making me this jealous.
I'll put it to you this way. I have probably forgotten more fun times than you've had.
Oh my God. It fucking sounds like it. Dude, I've dreamt that shit like, okay, I'm in that crowd of people. And, like, there's Tim Capello up on stage just shaking his greasy, oily monkey ass.
Yeah.
And then I just spot Star, A.K.A. Anna, up in the front, just look at me, and then I'm like, oh, man, that's it, dog. Yep. It's game over. All right, man. So, what was your next pick? You had one more pick. You said it was horror-related.
And I've only seen parts of the original.
Uh-huh.
But somebody else mentioned it in the chat. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing.
Of course.
Not the 2011 one, which I still refuse to watch because of the whole prequel crap. But
yeah,
The Thing.
That's of course perfect.
They're still debating about the ending of that movie.
Dude, I'm still debating the ending of that damn movie.
I read an article last week, and it said that they were thinking that McReady was actually the Thing, and I'm like, are you kidding? I'm like, and they went through like 4 or 5 pages because of course I had to read their theory on it, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? He can't be the Thing. There's no way.
Yeah, dude, it's just, oh my god, what a perfect movie. Did you play the video game?
Play the video game.
Dude, the video game's wicked. You got to check it out. It was on PS2. It is so fun. It's set up like a sequel.
Really?
Yeah, it is really fun. But yeah,
so wait a minute. The 2 guys are freezing to death, and they've even talked about like how one of the guys' breath doesn't show in the snow, and doesn't reflect light.
Yeah, the yellow in his eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to Fair and B here over here throw me off of my game a little bit.
Other shots.
Yeah, taking them shots, baby. But yeah, man, The Thing. Play the game and see what you think of that. If you can find an emulator for it, it's a fun ass game, dude. But it's set up like a sequel. Like this team of guys go in to investigate Outpost 31, and they get there, and you don't see McCready nor Childs. Like, they're just missing.
Really?
Yeah, and the mystery kind of unravels. It's really fun.
Well, because by that time, even if one of them is the Thing, they would have infected the other one.
Absolutely.
The next scene would have been, no matter what, they're both getting, going to be the Thing, or part of the entity, and freeze to death.
Yeah. Fair and B, that's actually on my backup list, but thank God I haven't had to pull that out. Just to let everybody know from my backup list real quick, things I didn't get to mention is 13 Ghosts, The Last House on the Left, and My Bloody Valentine 3D. Yeah, JP, I'm with you. Where the hell is Briggs?
Where is the Briggs? Oh, well, DOD listed out his picks earlier.
Yeah.
You have to scroll up, but...
he only likes bad movies. Good night.
Oh, he likes good movies,
Dragon
too.
Blues, thank you for coming in. I love you. I will see you soon. Dude, Fair and B, I saw My Bloody Valentine 3D in theaters as well, and holy crap, it was a blast. That was so fun. Oh my god, Chad is saying Briggs is in his freezer. Finally, someone came through with the plans.
We killed Briggs so I could be the monitor. Thanks, Jonas.
Yeah, hell yeah. Briggs is driving them to dinner right now. Hell yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. We've been on here for an hour. We'll go ahead and start winding it down. We have $12 left to get us to the Drunken Jonas picture goal. And, if we hit that, man, I'll show it up. If not, that's cool. We'll go ahead and wind down here and just take some questions if anybody in the chat has anything for us.
Did anybody see the Suspiria remake? That's what I was curious about.
I know Briggs has.
I would not say that. The only thing I liked about the Suspiria remake was the end. That was it. Did you see it?
I have not seen it. Briggs told me not to even waste my time because it's so long, and then like the ending ruins it bad.
Oh, he doesn't like the ending?
No.
It was just so not what I was expecting. That was the only thing that I can't tell you anything else about the movie, but I remember the end. Oh, Grassman off topic, King Kong. Yeah, I liked the King Kong remake.
So we're talking about like the new one that came out with like Godzilla versus Kong and all that, or Which King Kong remake are we talking about here? Yeah, there you go, Jonas. 12 people can tip $1 individually, and we will hit that goal. And then Jonas has to show us that drunken picture he's so ashamed of.
I don't think I even saw it. I saw Chad mention The Omen. I don't think I saw the remake. I like the original. I might have seen it and then blocked it out of my mind.
So the Omen remake is another one of those shot-for-shot remakes, but this time with Liv Schreiber and Julia Childs from Saint...
You know what? I know for a fact I saw that movie. I did. I went through therapy for like 4 months and asked the therapist, how do you block something out of your mind? And they were telling me, asked me, well, tell me about your childhood trauma. Well, I saw the Omen remake and I really needed it blocked from my mind. No, that wasn't
I don't blame you, dude. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's another one of those shot-for-shot kind of deals. It just didn't need, we didn't really need that. In my opinion. Let's see here. Farron B says, out of sheer curiosity, and then left us hanging. I'm wondering what he's talking about. JP says, Kill Her Goats is about babes in a cemetery in lingerie. That sounds like the perfect movie. I need to watch that.
Freshman pulls out the Jeff Bridges King Kong remake with the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
We don't acknowledge that one because the Twin Towers aren't there anymore. They just bring up painful memories. So.
And Chad, man, we love you too. Thank you for coming into the stream, brother, man. We look forward to doing them as well. Like, we get to hang out with you guys and talk some horror and... worst Christmas remake, Silent Night or Black Christmas 2006. I would go with Silent Night because I actually thought the 2006 Black Christmas wasn't bad. And I refused to watch the Black Christmas 2018 or whatever remake. Farron B says, I was just saying I wish Lucio Fulci hadn't died. He was originally going to remake House of Wax with Dario Argento. Just curious how it would have turned out. Oh my God.
See, you like the House of Wax remake. I hated it. I could not stand it. And you loved it, though. I mean, it's like...
I like it. It's a cool body count slasher, and it's in wax. I thought it was cool, but I can see why Farron would be, interested in seeing something like that, because I could imagine with, like, Argento's style mixed with Fulci's level of gore, that would have been insane.
That would have been friggin' rad. It would have been awesome. The
lighting, and then Fulci, I mean, we're going to get one good eye gouge. It's coming.
And I'm glad I saw a couple of the fans recognize that Suspiria is actually movie number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, there's... The second one is Inferno, and the third one is The Third Mother, that actually has Argento's daughter in it. So, and I enjoyed that one too. It was like a limited release. Like, I had to get some weird copy of it, like to see it. But and Inferno is so like cerebral. Like, they talk about like one of the scenes where they're going through the house and all that stuff. It was or the Three Mothers. Is that what it was called? The Three Mothers.
Well, I guess nobody wants to see Jonas's drunky picture, man. He's going to feel left out tonight, but he's probably breathing a sigh of relief right now. But Chad Edmond says, could you imagine these days a Hostel remake? There wasn't much story to Hostel, so I don't think they, the level of gore could be more intense. Or they could mess it up and CGI it. I don't know how that would go. I know Chad tried to inspire some Jonas love in here, but I guess he gets to keep that picture until another time, man.
Yeah.
Chad's a boss, though, for that.
The cool thing about remakes is that we get older, and there's another group of people that get older that have never seen the originals. And what sucks is about really young people is that they don't go back and watch the originals. And I'm guilty of this as well. I did not go back and watch the 1951 The Thing. But I should, because think about what was going on back then. Roswell, soon after that, probably going to see that movie soon after Roswell happened.
Yeah.
How epic would that have been to go to a movie theater and think, oh my God, this might have happened. This might have exactly happened. And so that's a positive of remakes, is it makes people, have to go back and go, well, there was a first one, there was a remake. You got to go back and look at that. So that was cool.
I agree, man. Remakes, they I know some people hate them and they're like, oh my God, this is so disrespectful to the original and all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, it brings awareness to the original, because just think, despite what you think of the new Halloween trilogy, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, look at how many new fans those movies brought in, and how many children, when they grow older, they're going to remember, oh my God, my parents took me to see that movie, or I saw that in theaters with XYZ, and now they have memories built around the franchise. And that'll, of course, inspire them to go back and, check out past entries in the series. But I think remakes are a good thing, man. Some of them, the only thing that sucks is when a remake comes out that is really bad and had no heart behind it. Because they don't, that's the introduction to that film or that franchise to some people, and it's like, always lead with your best impression, man, and they get shit like the Pet Sematary remake, and it's like...
Exactly, so it's like if they hate that movie, they're not going to go back and watch the original.
Yeah.
It's almost like there has to be, like, a group or a committee of true fans that say, we're in charge of the remake.
Yes,
I mean, because otherwise, because it's like if you see a remake of something and the remake sucks, like if you saw Firestarter and you went the new one, you're not going to go back and watch the old one.
Well, yeah, man. It makes it harder for when somebody who's passionate, who does want to do that remake and do it right, because, something like Firestarter, that was the last version of that film we got. If somebody comes along who's real passionate, it's like, man, it deserves better. I want to do something better. Now it makes it way harder for that filmmaker to get funding to do that, because there's no audience attention for it now. They've ruined the name.
Exactly. Grassman makes a great point, and I'll try and cut myself off after this. The movies coming out now, they need to pay up for special effects and not use CGI. That's actually one of the things I like about Fulci so much.
Oh,
those bugs in those movies, they're real. I mean, those are real bugs. You get like, oh, look at this computer animated bug.
No. Dude, it's the same thing with the original Creepshow, the story with the roaches. They had to hire like people to bring those roaches in, and they filmed that with real roaches. People got covered. The crew was covered in roaches. The roaches had their own trailer dedicated to them because they infested the whole damn trailer. And just, it created difficulties with like, okay, how do we create the effect of the roaches ripping out of this guy's throat and stuff like that. It allowed Tom Savini, a legendary makeup effects artist, to get creative at his own craft and inspire him again. But, yeah, man, you don't get that with CGI. With CGI, it's going to be somebody just, that's on set, and that creates stories. People want to know the story behind Creepshow, and you get badass stories like that. You don't have that anymore. I was sitting at the computer, and I was drawing a roach on the screen, and, a roach crawled up my leg, actually, believe it or not, in real life. That really freaked me out. It's like, what? Nobody wants to hear that shit. But, yeah, people were terrified of the roaches, Chad. Absolutely terrified. So, but I think also, too, man, the younger generation getting into these horror movies and watching them, they're going to be, CGI is now their thing. They're going to be totally used to it. So... they're not missing anything. That's the sad thing. They'll never know. But all right, my friends, we're going to head on out of here. We had a great time. Next time, since this went so well, we are going to have to cover worst horror remakes. What do you think about that, Necro? Can I get a commitment out of you?
Yeah, of course, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I know you. I know you did this one for me to keep me positive in my day. I love it.
Hell yeah, man.
I'll do that.
And then look at all this love we got, man. We got to see Jonas's new beaker haircut.
You got to see my biceps.
You got to see your biceps. Oh my God, dude. I mean, I didn't want to say anything, you know, when you first put that shirt on, but I can totally see like your abs poking through that shirt there, man. It's pretty wild.
I'm telling you, man. You know what I've been going through. Losing 10 pounds is not a bad thing.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's wild, dude. Oh my God, he's gonna come in here looking like Michael Phelps by the time we do worse remakes. Y'all watch.
That's right.
Hell yeah. All right, man. Hey, thank y'all for coming in. Thanks to Necro for being my co-host tonight. JP is asking a question before we go. Oh, how do you do that with the practical effects in American Werewolf in London? Hey, movie magic, brother. All right, everybody.
Magic.
Thanks, Necro. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you, everybody, so much for the support. We love every single one of you. We're going to have some goodies for the next stream. Drunky Jonas pictures. Necro, we may even get him to open a beer 15 minutes in next time.
I don't do that.
So stay tuned. You might need it for Worst Horror Remakes. Thank you all. Y'all have a good night, man.
Thanks, guys.